I really cannot understand why people are sympathizing towards Army Staff Sergeant Robert Bales. There's been a lot of people claiming that he's been a broken warrior. That may be true. However, his mind was working just fine when he lawyered up after he got arrested. And you know what? He hired John Henry Brown. Some of you might know him as the lawyer who represented Ted Bundy. He also represented Colton Harris Moore, known as the Barefoot Bandit. Alright, I'm going to explain to you what actually happened as been reported by the military investigations. Bales left his base in Afghanistan during the night after drinking a few alcoholic beverages, we'll say. He then went to 2 different villages, killing 16 people. Now, of those 16 people, 9 of them were children. Also, 11 of them were in the same family. After shooting these people, he tried to burn some of their bodies. Those are the facts that are known to us about the night of the occurrence. Now it's time for a little of the backstory on Robert Bales. He's a 38-year-old man with a wife and 2 children. Good for him. Stereotypical American family. He owns 2 houses, one of which has been foreclosed on. He was on his 4th tour of duty during a 10-year career. He's also had numerous commendations for conduct and service, but he was recently passed up for promotion to E7 in the Army, which is Sergeant First Class. Now, a lot of people are claiming sympathy because he has done too many tours. However, what the American public does not realize is that there are tens of thousands of combat troops who have done the same amount of tours, if not more, than him. While not all of them came home without mental illnesses, such as PTSD, depression, etc., none of them have gone on a truly violent rampage the likes that Robert Bales has allegedly done. Now, I have had the honor, as a U.S. Marine, to deploy multiple times under combat roles. Now, I do suffer from PTSD and depression. But then again, there's also not a day that goes by that I want to go on a killing spree and murder children. There's things I saw in Iraq and Afghanistan that I will never be able to get out of my head. That's one of the tragedies of war. I knew that was going to happen. I truly believe that people are feeling sympathetic because, well, it's just not in the U.S. That's also one of the problems that the media has been having. No one's really been covering it for the same exact reason. The only ones that I've really been able to find that have been reporting on this story on a regular occurrence has been the military media outlets, such as Military Times, Stars and Stripes, and for me, the Marine Corps Times. Now, when crimes like these are committed within our borders, every one of you are ready to grab your pitchfork and torches and start labeling these people as monsters. Now, let me take this one step further. Could you imagine if a foreigner committed all these same crimes? Do you know that all hell would break loose, and the mainstream media would be reporting this for months or years on end, and having all kinds of debates? However, it didn't happen here, so people are going to try to distance themselves from this and act like it didn't happen. Now, there's been a few things that have happened to U.S. troops in these 2 wars that have gone relatively unreported. Case in point, 4 U.S. civilian contractors in Iraq were killed right outside of Fallujah in the fall of 2004. Their bodies were then hung from a bridge and burned, but yet there was barely any media coverage on it. Now, how do I know this happened? I was there. I was right outside there, and we heard all about it. And when I went on the computers, when we were able to, there was no one reporting on it. Why would they? It's the bad things that are happening to us, not the bad things that we are doing to them. So basically what I'm saying is this. Why the hell are you guys going to show some sympathy towards someone for getting drunk in Afghanistan on duty and then they go out and kill 16 innocent civilians. If found guilty, the man needs a fry, plain and simple.